Never give up. Stand for your values, your principles, and by God, this country's worth fighting for. Fight for. Let's get our country back.
G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Now we got Pauline Hanson here. I got some special clips today. I got some speeches, her calling out multiculturalism, what she's always called out, what she's always believed in about immigration and Australian values. So I'm going to show you this and why people are voting for her. Because they trust her, because she's had the same message. She hasn't flip-flopped like all the other politicians. So we're going to watch a clip from 30 years ago, Pauline Hanson. Let's see if her message has changed. Let's see if her opinions have changed and see if she was right after they demonized her and called her a racist and tried to arrest her for 30 years.
Abolishing the policy of multiculturalism will save billions of dollars and allow those from ethnic backgrounds to join mainstream Australia,
Exactly.
paving the way to a strong, united country.
United. She wants people to come here and be Australian. There's nothing wrong with that. We're meant to have Australian culture. As soon as they brought this multiculturalism stuff in, it's pretty much saying you don't have to assimilate to us. You start up your own areas and we'll be separate. No, the reason our country's so great, the reason it's always been so great is because Australian culture. If you want to come to a country, you abide by that culture. Nowadays, it's gotten so bad that the leaders seem to want to even abolish Australian culture. They hate it. In my opinion, they want to destroy Australian culture. They don't want it anymore. That's their goal.
Immigration must be halted in the short term so that our dole queues are not added to by, in many cases, unskilled migrants not fluent in the English language.
Back then she was saying it. Imagine what she's thinking now. And it got to this point for people to wake up and agree. You know? It's crazy. Even back then, she's saying, we're going to stop immigration completely, get it under control, see who we're letting in the country so they're not just going on the dole, going on the benefits and rorting the system and can't even speak English. But that was racist. That was so racist to say.
This would be one positive step to rescue many young and older Australians from a predicament which has become a national disgrace and crisis. I must stress at this stage that I do not consider those people from ethnic backgrounds currently living in Australia anything but first-class citizens, provided of course that they give this country their full, undivided loyalty. Abolishing the policy of multiculturalism will save billions of dollars and allow those from ethnic backgrounds to join mainstream Australia.
And that is right. That first statement. She's always been right. She's called it out from the start. It's not going to work. There's not going to be any social cohesion when you're telling everyone not to assimilate. And they've ramped it up more than ever, letting millions in the last few years. It's absolutely out of control. Look at the crime. I don't want to be beheaded on the street in Western countries for multiculturalism. Who's it helping? Everything's gotten so much worse since it's begun because they don't want to put people here that want to be Australian and want to work. They just want to flood the countries for tax cows and for votes. It's absolutely out of control. And it's, in my opinion, to get rid of the Australian identity, get rid of Western culture, because we're united, we're strong when we stand together. Immigrants always came here to assimilate, be Australian, unite together. Now they're coming in, and Tony Burke is even out there saying don't assimilate. He's out here saying don't assimilate to Australian culture. It's absolutely sick. He's trying to divide us. The Labor government want to put that globalist agenda through, divide everyone, no nationality, no Australian culture. That's bad. We just want a mishmash of everything. Diversity is our strength, except it's not. Unity is our strength. And destroying our country, destroying our culture, even demonizing it, putting it all through the school systems, all through the universities to call us racist for wanting our culture. That is the best culture in the world, and it's why people come here, is absolutely disgraceful. And now you want to replace it with third world cultures that don't get along with Australians. That's why we have crime everywhere. That's why we have no social cohesion. And then they want to blame Australians, call them far-right extremist racists for wanting their own culture in their own country. It doesn't make any sense. It's a complete replacement globalist agenda. That is what's going on, because they don't want Australian culture because they know how strong we are. It's absolutely ridiculous. But before we get too far into that, because it makes me so sad to see what's happened, and she's been warning us for 30 years about this. 30 years she's been saying this, and she was right, wasn't she? And I've always loved this clip of Pauline Hanson. This clip here with her passion when she was coming up after what happened at Bondi, speaking up for Australia. Have a look at this.
You keep voting for these bastards that actually don't have pride in our country and our Australian flag, then be prepared to get what we're going to get. And we've seen it now with the division that is happening, the hatred that we see on the streets, the escalating crime, and that's only going to escalate even further unless we take a stand on this and make sure you know who you vote for next time. And if you look at what's happening in England, Birmingham, 30% of Muslims there, and they're taking over the councils. You've got, Sharia law courts. They're losing their identity, their culture in England, and the same damn thing is going to happen here. It is absolute basket case of what's happening out there, and no wonder the Australian people are so angry. But I'll keep fighting about the mass migration. It is about mass immigration that's happening here, and it's destroying our standard of living, way of life, and our access to services that every Australian has a right to. But the government brings them in purely for the vote, and the fools out there keep voting for them. You're going to suffer. You will suffer.
And that's 100% right. She's bang on there. Destroying our culture. You got mass immigration where people can't assimilate. Your culture's going to get replaced and destroyed. It's absolutely shocking what is happening. She's been warning everyone for so long. And I love Pauline here in Melbourne the other day. Love this clip.
Worried about the protesters, Senator?
Not at all. Not at all. Look, they're aggressive. We're a democracy, and this is where we have the right to actually have our say, have our opinion, and put forward policies. The people
that's a left-wing lunatic yelling behind her.
in Victoria want change. The people of Australia-wide want change. They're really hurting. They're sick and tired of the government that we have now, so they want change. So,
what do you feel like the mood is?
Thank you, Senator. So we will...
So there you go. We want change. We want to be saved. It's time. It's time to take Australia back and save our country. Put our culture first. I'm sick of the mass media and schooling agenda to call you racist for putting your culture first. It's absolutely sick. And I'll end this video with one more clip of Pauline Hanson speaking yesterday. I know we've seen the clip, but I love to see it. The passion. We're back.
I want to take my country back.
That's right.
I want to get rid of these people that have destroyed our lifestyles, our standard of living, our way of life, the corruption that's going on, their control. They've taken you, the people, for granted for too long.
Yep.
Never give up. Stand for your values, your principles, and by God, this country's worth fighting for. Fight for. Let's get our country back.
That's right. So this coming up election, Victoria, make sure you vote for One Nation. We want our country, we want our culture back. It's not racist to want your culture in your country. And thanks for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, join to be a member if you want to show some extra support. If you're on Facebook, I'll leave YouTube in the comments down below. Come and join us there. We do live streams and you get to see these videos much earlier. So make sure you come and join us. But thank you for speaking up for Australia and being proud again.